Good morning from the camper van. We are in the camper van still. We're going to be in the camper van for another month. We have been here a month. It was only supposed to be a month. We're still here. My poor friends, they're like, are these guys ever going to leave? So it is 6:53 a.m. We've had a nice lie-in. I've had a little chat to my friend Jazz. I had a chat from my friend Susan. And yeah, it's time to get up and actually get some stuff done this morning. Can you hear the crows in the background? You know, I woke up this morning. I was like, I swear I can hear chickens. Like, do we have chickens in the backyard? Like at home, we have chickens in the backyard. Hey, Mike, how you going? And there was a bush turkey running around the backyard. Oh, that's funny. So it's funny because my friends have quite a big backyard, right? Hey, Rhonda, how you going? My friends have a pretty big backyard, and they're actually, I'm trying to encourage them to do like a garden, like a veggie patch, because I love veggie patches, right? Not that we're not obviously going to live here long term. We're only here for another month, but I'm trying to encourage them to do a veggie patch. But if they have a veggie patch, there's a wild bush turkey in the backyard that'll dig it up. So they might need a cage over the top. I'll show you the backyard, guys. It's quite a big backyard. I know you can't really see that. Hang on. Well, let me pull this down. It's quite a big backyard. As backyards go, this is a big backyard in suburbia, right? Most people would halve this up and then another house would be put in the backyard. Actually, they have plans one day to actually put a little granny flat in the back so that they can have, my friend Mel has 2 grandbabies. They're in Victoria, actually, where Susan is. Hey, Susan, how you going? And she'll live in the granny flat and then the kids will live in the front. That's her long-term plan for this property. But in the meantime, they could have a garden, right? At the moment, there's a car in the backyard. Like literally, let me show you the car. It's one of these PT Cruisers. It's not registered. That's why it's sitting in the backyard. But let me show you. You can see in the backyard there? It's got a soft top. It's a PT Cruiser. I don't know what brand that is, but anyway, it's sitting in the backyard. My friend Mel is very eccentric. As you see, you've seen her bar. That's like a flamingo bar. But Mel's plan is to grow plants out of the PT Cruiser. I know it sounds extreme because people use cars, but it's going to be a car that's going to be wrecked anyway. It'll be taken to a wrecker. So they figure out, to give it to a wrecker, you probably get $200. So to keep it in the backyard as a feature. She used to have, I think she had, look, I'll show you here. There's even an old sink there, pink old sink. She had a bath. There's a bathtub somewhere floating around. Yeah, she used to have legs growing out of the bathtub. She's got some quirky ideas. So everyone's saying hello, hello, hello. Is Paul there? Hello, is Paul there? I haven't seen Paul in ages. Where's Paul? Paul. Oh no, I don't see Paul. It's Rebounding with Cheryl. Hello, hello. Actually, talking about rebounding, I have to buy a new rebounder. I broke mine, if you don't remember, ages ago. I not broke it, but the springs broke. It was a cheap one, right? I bought a cheap one for a purpose, right? Because I didn't know if I'd actually like rebounding. So my friend Mel is actually going to get one today. She's going to get the cheap one because she's never rebounded before. So I suggested to her also to get a cheap one, just because she might not like it either, and she might not like it, and it might become like an expensive clothesline. You know how you just chuck things on the handles? Like a lot of people have, let me just put this up here. A lot of people have treadmills and they become fancy clotheslines, right? I'm just putting up there we go. So anyway, guys, you guys look at the view for a second. I need to get changed because we're going to go to this morning movement. Yeah, no, I didn't see Paul either. I thought someone said hello, Paul. Hey, Debbie Sue. Did I say hello to Debbie Sue already? I don't know if I did. Hello, Debbie Sue. Hello all in the chat. Anyway, I'm not going to put you this way because I figure I want to know, this is my moment. I had a moment this morning. I went, if I do my live, I don't want to put the camera like this way because there might be something reflecting. Like they might see a reflection and then you might see me getting changed and that'd be really weird, right? So I thought, how about I put the phone standing outside, looking outside, so that way you don't see me getting changed. So anyway, I'm getting changed quickly. Okay, I'll keep on talking. You guys keep talking to yourself. I will just put you here. How can I put that there? There we go. Oh. Okay, that's not working, guys. Stay there, stay there. There we go, that's it. All right, stay there for a second. I'm getting changed. So, I had a really good sleep, guys. Did everyone have a good day? I mean, a lot of people are in the Northern Hemisphere. But Susan, how did you sleep last night? Because Susan is in Victoria. I'm in Queensland. Everyone else is in the Northern Hemisphere. You guys are all having... How did your day go, guys? Has everyone had a good day? Mike, did you work today? I was Aussie Amy. Hello, Aussie Amy. I would turn around now, but I have no clothes on. That would be a bit weird. Hello, Aussie Amy. Aussie Amy's from Victoria also. Aussie. Oi. How are you, Aussie Amy? I haven't actually caught your lives lately. Are you still doing live streaming? So guys, I'm re-wearing the clothes I wore to Pilates yesterday. I mean, it doesn't, like, at the end of the day, I don't really smell that much from Pilates. So I can wear the same clothes. And it's appropriate, guys. It's got here, I don't know if you can see this. It says Kuta, Bali, but it's backwards. Hey, Aussie Amy. I didn't even see you. Where are you? Aussie Amy. Aussie Amy. Or am I missing a whole lot of people that I didn't even to tell you? Hold on. Aussie Amy said to tell you, Dora, Susan, Paul, hello. Oh, is Aussie Amy live at the moment? So she's not in the chat. I'm just talking to no one. I haven't caught it. So Mike, obviously you've been catching up with Aussie Amy. How is she going anyway? I haven't actually caught any of her lives. So obviously you've seen some of her lives. Okay. So guys, we have to do our routine, okay? So I need to stop bubbling away. Stay. Oh, whoops. Okay. While I'm here, let's put some things away. Hey guys, sorry, not sorry, because I'm just doing my morning routine and just happen to be taking you along on the ride. Before I go exercise, I'm always having a bit of protein. Today's protein is cottage cheese. I don't know what to do with the lid. Very weird. Anyway, oh, it's in the fridge. Because everything is so small here and everything is literally shoved in a cupboard. It's no different to the fridge. That's going on the side. All right, I'm going to take that outside so that I get rid of that outside. With our drinks, we have water. With water, do we need anything else? Oh, I need deodorant. Oops. Stay. So guys, I guess what I want to show you is that even when you're living in chaos, and I'm not exactly living in chaos, but you know, when you're still like, you know, living in a camper van, so to speak, you can still do your morning routine. It's not easy to do when you're on holidays, which, you know, I didn't do. So guys, I'm using some castor oil on my eyes. I love this stuff. It really helps with the wrinkles, I reckon. Anyone use castor oil? Susan, do you use castor oil? So I use half castor oil, half a coconut oil, some kind of blend, and then I put frankincense into it. And it makes me look like 5 years younger, even 10 years younger. Gives you a nice little glow too. Not selling anything, because I just make that. You make that yourself, right? All right, I think I'm good. Keys, that's what I need, keys. Keys we have. We're good to go, guys. Let's go exercise. Morning movement. If I haven't said hello, hello. I miss half things. I missed like half the conversation too. Like I thought Paul was here. I thought Aussie Amy was here. Hey, Nicholas. And Gazza. Hey, Gazza. How you going, Gaz? We're back in Queensland, Gaz. We're back living in the camper van. Well, so this thing here, guys, is so good. Because I'm going to use the other half of this, so we don't even have to shut the door now. It gives us air coming through, but it stops the mosquitoes, right? But I've kept some of it, because we didn't use it all, to take up to my mum's house. Because we're going to have an adventure at my mum's house, and I need screens on the windows, because I'll die because it's so hot. I think that's all I need. All right, let's go, guys. So if you want to hang around, we're going to go to the beach and go for a walk. And it's a beautiful day, right? So hey, Pearlie. Hey, Pearl. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Okay. Hey, Miss M, and hey, Charlie, how you going? Just getting out of Fort Knox. All right. Next stop, car. Hoping we can go for a walk on the beach without having to put our shoes on today, guys. I just feel like a bit of grounding. All right. That little dog is Pearl. guys, car is warming up. I have my morning concoction. Oh, do you know, guys, this just tastes great. Always bring a spoon because like the turmeric and everything kind of piles up down the bottom. So good. Right. Always make sure the lid's on, Dora, just saying. Okay, we're still warming up. Shake, rattle and roll. Or, as Debbie Sue says, shake your booty, shake your booty. No, she doesn't say that. She says, shake your body, shake your body, shake, 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 shake your booty, shake your booty. Okay, still car's not warming up. This has not come apart yet. What lingo is that? That's me trying to sing, Gaza. Okay, car is warmed up. Putting you down. All right, guys, let's drive. All right, if you want to hang around, we've got 5-minute drive to the beach. I'll say the beach is going to be looking cracking today. So, guys, I did a 10-minute meditation this morning with Meditation Motivation with Marie. She had a live. I watched it on the replay, though, but it was a live replay. That was nice. And I was also on Dr. Ninja's live this morning. Dr. Ninja was on via Dr. Ninja. So yeah, watched him for a little bit. It looks like he's living living in a camper van, like a motorhome. I'm not sure, but it looked like it. It looked like a really nice motorhome actually. And he had a nice little fluffy dog. I know Debbie Sue was in the chat. There was a few of us in the chat. So it's interesting listening to Dr. Ninja, right? Because he's talking about, retiring and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not looking at retiring yet, but, you need to think about your future. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to think too much about it because then I might not go on holidays. Because in a month's time, guys, I am going to Bali. I am going to Bali in a month. And I cannot wait. I'm going to meet up with our friend Paul D Australia. And I have a couple of other people that I kind of acquaintances that I know in Bali. I'm not sure if I'm going to meet up with them. Don't know. I might run into them. Might just let that organically happen. But I'm excited to be in Bali for a week. You guys know that I was going to meet up with Jazz and Nicola's Adventures. Unfortunately, that is not going to happen at the moment, just for different reasons. Different things going on in their lives. Everything's okay, guys, but I'll meet up with Jazz later on in the year. But yeah, so I'm going to meet up with Paul, and that's okay. I actually think that's probably good because that's what originally how it was going to be, just Paul and I. And then I invited Jazz and Nicola. So that's okay. But interesting, this morning on my Facebook, I have a cool memory from last year when I was actually in Indonesia and I had just climbed the mountain. I climbed a volcano with a volcano that my mum and my dad have both climbed individually and together. So it was really quite nice. It was a nice memory to look back. I just remember a year ago, I mean, I was so excited. I haven't even brought you those videos online yet, but this volcano it's not a very high volcano mountain to climb, but it's a bit of a climb. Plus I'm doing it at night time, in the morning. So I was doing it pitch dark. So there's a lot of trust because I had no idea what I was climbing up. So it was a bit of scrambling I had to do. It's a bit scary, but that's all right. But yeah. Oh my gosh, guys, the beach is absolutely stunning. Stunning. All right, we're going to go park somewhere different today, guys. So we're definitely going to be able to do a jumping for joy. So a lot of you guys saw I put a post up yesterday in my community post like 11 years ago. A different life ago nearly. I was living in Mexico. I had a Mexican boyfriend, and I was kind of doing the long distance relationship. So I'd come home for 6 months, go back to Mexico for 6 months. I could only stay in Mexico for 6 months at a time anyway, because of my visa. But it was another time. It was the last time I was in Mexico actually, and I was working at a timeshare resort, as you do. And okay, this is a good park here. And it was a really cool jumping for joy. Every morning I would jump for joy. I'm going to put it in the chat actually. I'm going to show you. I can put it in the green screen, I think. I can do this. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see. There we go. That way you get to see it. Oh, that's my head. Deb Warwick's in the chat. What do we think of the jump for joy, guys? All right, let's turn the car off. I learned how to do that the other day when I was on a live with Debbie Sue. I learned how to take photos when I was on a live. I learned how to take videos while I was on a live. I learned how to screenshot. I'll show you what I did yesterday, guys. I'll quickly show you this. Very cool. Dance. That wasn't what I was trying to show you actually, guys. I went to this really, really cool, it's the oldest pool in Brisbane. It's like 18 something. It was a really, really cool pool. I don't know if you can see that, guys. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Oh, hold on. That was my hike I went to last year. Sabayak, it was called Mount Sabayak. All right, let me turn that off. Okay, let's go. Let's turn that off. All right, we need a hat. I don't think we're going to put any thongs on, guys. We're going to take our shoes off. Oh, that's my head. All right. Bit of earthing, guys. A bit of earthing. I cannot wait to touch some sand. It feels like it's been a little while since we've been. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 guys. Yes, yes, yes. We've even got some people swimming out there today. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Because I went swimming yesterday, I left my togs in the car. They'll be a bit stinky. Tripod? Actually, I'm going to put you there, guys. Bit of height. There we go. I don't know about you, but you know, you've got to find things that make your heart go beepity beepity beep. When I go hit the sand, my heart goes beepity beepity beep. I understand that obviously not everyone lives by the beach and has this opportunity to, you know, to walk on sand. But, you know, there must be other things. Like, for example, for Susan. Susan doesn't live at the beach. But Susan, tell us in the chat, something that gives you, like, your heart go beepity beepity beep. Oh, Susan's going. Okay. Yeah, Susan can't. Susan's busy today. She's got a few things to do. See you, Susan. But, you know, I'd love to know in the chat, guys, what's something that makes you happy, that you can do and it makes you happy? I'd love to know. Like, Miss M, what is something you do that makes you happy? Like, for me, it's walking on the beach. And I'll go for a walk in a second. I just got to drink this, guys. Susan says sunsets and birds singing. Amazing, right? So when you're feeling low, do more of that stuff, right? And kookaburras, yes. Kookaburras laughing is also a fun sound. So if Susan's feeling low, she just needs to go watch a sunset and her heart just goes, and I think we need to do more of that stuff, right? Now, see you, Susan. Bye. We need to do more of that stuff, right? In the world that we live in, can be quite stressful. We need to find things that make our heart go beep, 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 beep. Like for me, playing in sand like this, so good. Twist and shout like you did last summer. Twist and shout like we did last summer. Dancing is that for me too. Jumping for joy is that for me. So I'd love to know in the chat what's something that, you know, makes you feel amazing. Spending time with my animals, Em says, thunderstorms, walking outside. Great. So when you're feeling low, you know, when we do that mental health check-in, do those things. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, guys, when I'm going out to do these walks, I feel heaps better. Nicholas has got here. I arrived in Canberra last night. I'm coming back today to Melbourne. Is it cold down there today or is it really hot? Canberra can have hit and miss weather, right? What's the weather like in Canberra? What do you think of Canberra, Nicholas? I've only been a couple of times. I don't mind Canberra, hey. So guys, Canberra is the capital of Australia. No one goes there. But it's a very business kind of place. I mean, that's where all the politics happens. That's why they call it the capital. But not too many people go there. A lot of people go there for work, so I'm sure that's why Nicholas went there for work. A lot of works have conferences there or head offices, things. It's hot, right? Oh my gosh, this is a glorious day. See ya, Em. Hey, Deb. Gardening. Hey, Deb, how are you? Deb, I keep on missing you. How are you, Deb? What's going on with you? You good? Are you good? You're home now. I must be happy to be home instead of being in hospital. But is everything well with your health now, Deb? So Deb's got here gardening, since that's all I could do. Gardening is so good for you because, like, you're putting your hands in dirt. Like, touching dirt is supposed to be really, really good for our nervous system. And they reckon that's what's wrong with a lot of kids these days, because remember when we grew up, we would play mud pies and in dirt. Kids these days, little cherubs they are, they're not playing in dirt, they're playing in computers. So they're not getting that, you know, grounding that we used to do. But for us adults, playing in dirt, I cannot wait to come home to Bali and start my planter boxes again on my deck. You know how I used to plant like my mixed vegetables, my mixed lettuce and herbs and edible flowers. I cannot wait to do that and get dirty and grow my chocos. So much we can do in our backyard, and it's so good for us mentally, right? You're getting better day by day. Oh, that's good, Deb. I'm really glad. The hotel is cool, Nicholas is saying. Okay, tell us about the hotel. Why is it so cool, Nicholas? iPads and iPhones for kids nowadays. Yeah, I know. So anyway, guys, I'm going to quickly get rid of this. I better take you with you because I can't exactly see you from here. Hold on, guys. Keys. Like my keys, guys. Corona. I'm a little duck. All right, this is exercise in itself, going up and down these stairs. All right. We put a little bit of sunscreen on us too because, shit, what time is it? Man, I've only got half an hour, guys. How do I gabble for so long? Honestly, I ask myself that always, like, how do I end up gabbling for so long? So I've got a half an hour extra today because I've got a later start. All right. Headphones. Sunscreen. Okay, give us a second, guys. Give us a second. Whoops. Whoops. Whoop. Okay. I think that's all rubbed in. Yep. That'll do. All right. One more thing. So I don't have to put sunscreen on today. I'm going to put my nudie on. Okay, let me just put you in my ears and that way we can start walking. Anyway, so hey Wayne, how you going? I saw you before, but I obviously couldn't say hi because I had a hell lot of coconut oil in my mouth and I was swishing around. That's my oil pilling. Okay, guys, can you hear me from the microphone or from the phone? Does anyone know? I'm not sure if this is my good headphones or my bad headphones. Let me know. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's take advantage of this beautiful day and let my feet bless the ground, literally. It'd be beautiful to go swimming today, guys. It really would be. All right, let's go. So guys, we are at Redcliffe Beach. Well, actually this is the suburb of Redcliffe, but we're actually in Margate at the moment, walking into Scotts Point. So Scotts Point is this little point down here. Now, good chance that the live might actually cut out too. Sorry guys, just I don't know why, but there's some really bad connection just here. I will stay on the live, so if it does start going zoom, stick around because I'm not going to stop it. Someone fishing. Normally when Deb's on and we see fishermen, we see pelicans. But there's no pelicans this morning, Deb. We might get lucky on the other way. There's a seagull, Deb. Hey, seagull. How are you? Oh, sea glass, guys. There's a whole lot of sea glass. I can't be picking up sea glass. I haven't finished that yet, guys. My sea glass project, my wire, sea glass wire jewellery thing that I was doing with Heather. I haven't finished it. Haven't said I'm going to give up either. But just for now, we're parking that. Listen to the sound of that ocean, guys. So beautiful. If we have time, maybe we might do some steel drumming, guys. But I doubt we're going to have time today. It might be tomorrow we might do that. In the distance, you can see the Rainbow Stairs. Can you see the Rainbow Stairs? All right, well, we're not going to be able to get through there, obviously. So I'm going to walk this way. Morning. Hey, Dr. Ninja, how you going? I was just talking about you actually at the start of my live and how I was on your live this morning, which is afternoon for you. You and your dog, cute little dog. And I was asking, is that your motorhome? It looks like one of those cool motorhomes that has a pop out on it. Have you done a van motorhome tour? I'm very inquisitive about, I ask a lot of questions. I think a lot of you guys know that in the chat. But I'm just curious about what it's like because I've never been in one of those motorhomes that has a pop-up, the pop-out, that pops out. I'm in a pop-up trailer that pops up. But you've got a motor, it looks like you had a motorhome. No, if I see you, I always drop in to see what's going on. And obviously I was saying, you talk a lot about getting yourself ready for retirement. And I did ask a question in the live, but you didn't see it. I asked you how many rentals you have. And you don't have to answer that if you don't want to, I'm just curious. You never have to answer any of the questions I ask, guys, and you guys know that. I used to ask Paul a lot of questions and he would just ignore my questions. And that was code for I don't want to answer that, Dora. And that's okay. You have a video on it. Oh, okay, cool. I'll have to go check it out. So it is your motorhome. Cool. All right, I'll have to go look for that. Where is Paul? I don't know. I haven't seen Paul for a little bit. He dropped into one of my videos the other day saying Happy Lunar Chinese New Year. I know last time I spoke, I was curious about how he was because I hadn't heard from him for a bit. But, end of the day, just because we don't see him in a live doesn't mean he's out and about. He's just got better things to do, right? And I always say to people, don't be watching my lives, guys. Go live your best life. And he's probably getting himself ready for Bali. This is his big trip. So, this is his trip, not my trip. I'm just tagging along, right? So I know he sent me a message the other day saying that he's organising to book us in to go, when we get to Bali, we'll organise it, but he's thinking tentatively on the Sunday we're going to go whitewater rafting together. So that will be fun.
So yeah, I think he's fine. He's just not actively, I know he's always posting, guys, so always check out Plea Australia. He always has a long form video on a Saturday and a short form video on Wednesday. That's his uploading schedule. As you know, with Dora, she has no schedule. Everyone wants to go see your video. So, Dr. Ninja, you have moderation in the chat. You could, if you do find the video, you could share it in the link in the chat if you want to do that. Everyone's always curious about, you know, different camper vans and stuff like that. So, Mike, we have to organise, when are you going to be in your camper van, Mike? Because Mike and I are going to do a live together. Him in his camper van and me in my camper van. All the rentals equal 2 in your neighbourhood. Brisbane. Okay, righto. Next week. Okay, Mike. Are you in it for your work or are you going on an adventure? What's your story? Actually, Mike, also, do you use WhatsApp? Because you know how you've emailed me over the time your phone number? I went to send you a WhatsApp message and it looks like you don't use it, obviously. A lot of people don't. Like Debbie Sue, I just contact her via email. Susan, I contact via Facebook Messenger. Email is just not my best medium, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest, like I found something the other, and Dr. Ninja will have a heart attack here. I'm self-employed, right? So, I mean, I'm sure it works exactly the same in America too. But I got an email from the government saying they were going to cancel my ABN number, which is like your business record number, because I haven't done my taxes in 2 years. And it's just because I'm too busy having bloody adventures. This is part of my ADHD. I don't know when to stop. I just go. But that's all right. I'm actually getting my taxes done at the moment. So I'll sort that out. But I rang up as soon as I found the email because I was buried in my emails. It said I've got 28 days or my business record would be cancelled. And that would be really bad, guys, because then I'd be working illegally. And, you know, with the work I do, I get money from the government for the stuff I do, technically, indirectly. So, like, I'd be working illegally. So that would have really proper fucked me up. So, yeah, don't do anything I do, guys. Just saying, don't follow what I do. I am so terrible with paperwork. I hate it. And that's why it's really surprising that I'm still self-employed after 6 years. Funny, my sister said to me when I was in Sydney, she's my half-sister, she laughed and she goes, you know what, be very proud of yourself because not many businesses last 1 year. And, you know, I lasted 1 year and I thrived. I even survived through COVID. I don't know how I did it. I just survived. I did have to get a part-time job through it to supplement my income because my actual business kind of nearly flopped through COVID. But I survived, and then, you know, I got a part-time job, and then still started work, you know, kept on working. And then when I got more clients again, then I worked again. Yes, anyway, so it's very interesting. And she said, you know, because, like, another thing about me, how do I feel about money, right, guys? Money just flows, right? I happened to be lurking on someone's live the other day. I don't know whose live it was. You know, if I'm working, I don't comment. Normally, I'm just kind of like quickly watching. But someone was talking about money and how, you know, your attitude with money will indicate where you are in your life, as in, like, you know, if you've got lots of it or if you've got none of it. And I've always had this attitude about money, it just flows. Not that it flows out of my bank account, but like, for example, if you like, for me personally, if I'm like, don't spend, I'll get a bill, for sure. But if I like maybe, you know, do a couple of donations to different charities. That's why I donate every month to Doctors Without Borders. I have a direct debit coming out of my bank account so that I don't forget. So I do let it come out of my bank account, but I'm a bit frugal. But not frugal, like I'm not Scottish, put it that way. Mike's Scottish. Mike's got Scottish heritage. He's probably like that. I don't know, I'm joking. But like, I've never been without money, and I'm not a rich kid. Both my parents are not wealthy, guys. I thought I was rich growing up. You know why I thought I was rich? Because we had a roof over our head, and my mum and dad both had cars. Right? That's why I thought we were rich. But in reality, when I was a little bit older, I realised we were probably below middle class. My dad was quite older, so he was an early retiree on a pension. And there's not a lot of money from the government. He wasn't self-funded. So what Dr. Ninja's doing is like, you know, trying to set himself up so that he can still have a good lifestyle when he retires. My dad didn't do that. It's not something that was done back in the day. He just got the normal pension from the government, and it wasn't a lot of money, guys. But he still was able to afford to, you know, clothe and feed 2 daughters. So that's why I always thought I was rich, guys. So that's why I had this kind of mentality that money comes in, money goes out. And even though I'm very, very bad with my paperwork, like, it's not unheard of that I haven't paid myself in 6 months. That's just how I am. But, you know, I'm on top of it at the moment, guys. I'm literally on top of it. I literally sent an email 2 days ago to someone that hasn't paid me for some of the work I've done. So I can't believe it. I'm actually on top of it. So that's a big feat for Dora with her ADHD mind, you know, who is into every project under the sun and has way too much energy that she just tries to do everything and anything. I know that about myself. But, you know, I'm pulling it together. Even though I haven't paid my taxes in 2 years, I've got the money in the bank to pay it, guys. That's the other side of it. So I just need to pull my finger out and actually do the sums. Like, what is the sum I need to work out? I'm getting close to working that out. So, Mike, you have WhatsApp? Okay, well, I'll send you my phone number and see if you can add me, because I obviously put the wrong code or something in when I was sending you a WhatsApp message. And look, Dr. Ninja's got here, I will owe taxes this year. And you know, the thing is though, if you owe taxes, it means you've made money, right? And that's not a bad thing. And that's another thing, like, I don't have a negative thought on it. Like, if there's a bill, just pay it. Don't sit on it, because, you know, that kind of just sits in the background. You're like, bills. And then you get another bill, right? So if you have the means, and I understand not everyone has the means to pay a bill straight away, I get that. But if you have the means, just pay the bill. But I'll give you a travel story, guys, because that's what I'm all about, adventures. So I was on a backpacking trip. I decided that I had a wedding to go to in Scotland. And for me to get to Scotland from Australia is very expensive, guys. It's like about $2,500 to get to Scotland. And so I realised that this is how my brain works, guys. I realised if I paid maybe $1,000 more, I could get an around the world ticket. But it also meant that I'm, you know, going to different places, right? So I ended up doing a 6 months backpacking trip to a lot of places I've always dreamed of going. And on that trip, because I do backpack, guys, I am somewhat frugal. Not frugal, I don't know if that's the right word. I say I'm good with my money. Like, I don't see the value in spending $200 on a night in Cairo, right? I would spend $50 if I can. You know, so like, it's only where I sleep, right? I don't spend much time in a hotel or my backpackers or wherever. I don't care, as long as it's safe to sleep. That's really important to me, to make sure that where you're sleeping is safe and that you're not going to get, a knock on your door or, a rude surprise when you're asleep. And somewhere to pee. That's really important for me, just personally, okay, guys? But I don't care if I'm sleeping in bunk beds with 10 other girls in the room, or a mixed dorm, as long as it's not all men. Obviously in India or something like that, that'd be a bit crazy. But I spend money on things that are important to me, like the trip, getting there. But when I'm there, I'm spending, I'm eating like the locals. Like in Egypt, I was in Cairo, I was eating where all the locals were eating on the street food. I would eat where there was lots of people, lots of locals eating. So I thought, okay, well, that must be a good turnover of food. And it's always cheaper, right? But here's my story, right? I was doing an organised tour in one of these bits. In part of it was in Egypt and Jordan, because this was about 17 years ago now. And, a single girl travelling by herself in Egypt and Jordan was not easy to do. And my parents were freaking out. Actually, probably not my dad. My mum was always freaking out. My boyfriend at the time was freaking out. Everyone was freaking out. My friends were like, oh my God, you're going to get killed. I'm like, no, I'm not going to get killed. So to shut them up, I did an organised tour. But I did an organised tour, one of these backpacking ones. It's called Gap Adventures. They're still going. They're really good, actually. I recommend them highly because they're for anyone, any age group. Actually, I think you have to be over 18 though. Open age group. So it's not like a Kentucky tour under 35s, because I'm clearly not under 35. Anyway, and even though it was kind of cheap places we were staying, how the tour guide made money, he would take us to particular hotels and restaurants at night time or lunchtimes to because our food wasn't included, right? Some of it. So for example, in Jordan, there wasn't many options for food. There were only the hotels to eat at. But Dora, because she's Dora, so fuck that. I can't afford to spend, it might have been only $10 or $15 for breakfast or dinner, whatever it was. But what I did was, I had saved some bread rolls from breakfast and I went and got a can of tuna. So for lunchtime I had tuna sandwiches, because my breakfast was included, the hotels I was staying at. And then at night time, I used that can of tuna, another can of tuna, and I would just have cans of tuna for dinner. I know it's not glamorous, but it was a way of saving some money, because when you're traveling for 6 months, it's expensive to start with, right, guys? Yes, it is. But that's how I was able to, go for 6 months, because I didn't spend $10, $15 every night for dinner. If I spent that for every night for dinner for half a year, that adds up, guys. Then you add in expensive rooms and, catching Ubers and stuff like that. I didn't do that. I would walk, as long as it was safe. If it wasn't safe, then I'd have to catch a train or a bus. And if there was nothing, then I'd have to catch a taxi if I had to. Worst scenario. But a lot of people these days don't even bother walking. They're like, oh no, fuck that, we're not walking. And I also understand my privilege, the fact that I have 2 feet that, love to walk, and a heartbeat that's pretty fit. I don't take that for granted. But yeah, that's just how I look at money. And on that trip, guess what, guys? I couldn't access my bank account either. So half of the trip, just because again, I didn't have access to internet. It was 17 years ago. It was hard. I was actually thinking I was, not doing very well money-wise, and I'd have to go home early or something. But I was actually doing really well because I was eating cans of tuna and just watching what I ate. Wow, beautiful day. Beautiful day. Actually, I think we might walk back. Forgot, I wanted to also do some push-ups. Let's go back up here then. There's Paul. Hey Paul, we were talking about you before, in a good way. Deb was asking where you were because, actually, Mike, I was going to ask you, Aussie Amy, have you seen her on live streams? I haven't seen her for a bit. Obviously, keep on missing her live streams. So, Mike, have you been watching Aussie Amy's live streams? Is that what you're saying? Is that why she said hello to you, me, and Paul? Okay, there's someone in that one. I'm trying to find somewhere to do my push-ups, guys. Paul! My gosh, I did not realise how soon we're going to Bali. So, yeah, so I need to definitely start thinking about, oh, that's what I was going to ask you about, Paul. Visa. When I've gone to Indonesia before, like last year I was in Indonesia, I got a visa on on arrival. Is that what you do also? Because something I was watching the other day, someone's short, they were saying that you can organise your visa before you get to Bali. Is that what you do, Paul? I know when you do it in Indonesia, you have to pay in Indonesian money. So that's why I'll obviously have Indonesian money to start with. I didn't end up actually changing any money at the Sydney airport, so I will have to do that on my travel for the next couple of days or weeks. So guys, yeah, generally when I travel, I always make sure I have different forms of money with me. Key cards, yes, but sometimes your key cards don't work, right? So that's why I always have some cash with me. So Indonesia, obviously, they have rupiah, which is their biggest note is a $10 note. So, which is equivalent to about a $10 note, which is for Americans, it's about $7 American. So that means you have to, like, if you're going to carry 500, like, turn in like $500, that's going to be a lot of notes. Just to be aware of in Indonesia, it's kind of chaotic, and this is a bit of a scam they get you on. And it's not really a scam, it's just that, you know, you're stupid and you can't count all the money. It's really hard to it takes me a couple of days to figure out the money because it is such, yeah, big nominations of notes if you're paying for things cash. And I prefer to pay things cash if I can. You can, what? You can now do it, the visa online, which is what I do. Okay, cool. All right. Paul, can you do me a favour and flick me the link to that? Sorry, because you are my tour guide. Just remember that. I will tip you. I will tip you. You know, us Australians, we tip really well, right? I mean, yeah, we tip really well. So guys, I was saying in the chat earlier that we're not going to meet up with Jazz and Nicola's Adventures, unfortunately. Just things have happened that they just can't foresee. Everything's okay, but I will meet up with Jazz later on in the year. I've got a dream trip organised later on in the year to go to Africa. And of course, Jazz ended up going home early from her Africa trip. So we're going to meet up then. So that's okay. So Paul gets undivided attention, one-on-one with Dora. What could go wrong? Oh, Paul. All Paul's thinking is, I'm glad I have a room, probably way away from Dora. So Dora can't just knock on my door and go, hey Paul, let's do that. But Paul also knows that Dora's quite fiercely independent. So, you know, Dora's quite happy to just go for a walk by herself. Hold the phone up and do a live. So Paul can just look at the lives and go, oh yeah, that's where Dora is. She's down at Kuta Beach. Oh, I might go catch up with her. by the way that Dora walks and talks, and I'll catch her up with it quite easily. And that'll probably be exactly what Paul will do. And I'll be walking along the beach and go, oh, there's Paul! We've got to do that, Paul. That'll be funny. Oh, Paul, sorry. Could you put that link into WhatsApp? Because I guarantee I won't come back to this live to to find it. Sorry. Could you put that on WhatsApp? That'll just save me a job to do when I get to Bali. I can just fly into Bali and then, yeah, get out. So, I haven't been to Bali for I reckon it's been 15 years, guys. I went on a girls' trip at Easter time. And again, not my normal trip. I stayed at the Hard Rock Hotel at Kuta Beach. So it's right across the road from the beach. So, yeah, that was my last experience in Bali. So, very excited to go back to Bali. I've been to Bali quite a few times, well, not quite a few times, not as many as Paul, but I reckon about 4 or 5 times over different times of my life. The first time I actually did some independent travel was when I was about 18, coming home through Bali by myself. I stayed not too far away from the hotel that we've booked to stay in, Paul, the Matahari Bungalow. Do you know it? It's still there. If I couldn't get into the hotel that you're booked into, I was going to book that one, the Matahari Bungalow. It's quite a nice little place too. Oh, look, Deb's got Sir Paul. Paul loves that when you call him Sir. Oh, Sir Paul. All right. There's no one in this one. Okay, cool. We found a bungalow that no one's in. Time to do push-ups. How's your day down in Phillip Island today, Paul? Hey, Paul, is Phillip Island really good for surfing? Because someone was talking about Phillip Island yesterday. I don't know what I was watching, but someone said something about Australia, and they said, oh yeah, Phillip Island is really good for surfing. I went, oh my God, that's where my friend Paul is from, lives. So is it a really good surfing place? But he didn't answer me. There you go, Deb. Paul's sometimes lurking in other lives too, like most of people. I get it. Oh, right. Beautiful day. Debbie Sue, you're not going to call him Sir? He loves it when you call him Sir. All right. Okay, time to push up triceps. And this is the time I say, please do not subscribe. I am not a health and fitness channel. I'm just Dora sharing her experiences. And we're going to Kuta, Bali, backwards. We're going to Ilub. We're going to Ilub. All right, stop talking, Dora. Let's do this. All right. Set the attention, Dora. 5 sets of 10. Oh, we're going to start push-ups on our feet. All right, this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to do boy push-ups to start with. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? my feet were slipping. But I did 5. Did 5, people. I did 5. All right, let's go there. 5. Another 5. Let's go. One. Well, actually, no, we've got more to go. Okay, now we're done one set. Heading off, see you, Paul, catch ya. We're gonna Bali, we're gonna Bali. Two sets. Oh. I struggled with that one. Woo. I'm gonna get you out of the sun, guys. It's a bit hot over there. Oh. Okay, 2 more sets to go. Let's do this, guys. Oh, over it, over it, over it. Ready? 1, 2. Tiga, Empat, Lima, Enam, Tujuh, Delapan, Sembilan, Sepuluh. Oh, we counted to 10 in Indonesian. Yeah. All right. Let's do it in Espanol. Can I just say it's hard to do when you're trying to breathe at the same time. All right. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Oh, I don't know. 6, 8, 9, 10. Oh, my brain couldn't think then. I need some water, guys. Oh, crap. I'm nearly finished the 4th set. Oh. Okay, control your breathing, control your breathing, control your breathing. All right. One more set. One more set and you're done, Adora. Right, let's just do it. Let's do it. If you're in the chat, hello, I can't see you. If you're talking to me, I can't see. Oh my God. Okay, let's do it. I'm trying to get lower. 8. Oh my God. 10. I am sweating. I'm not complaining. It's good. You like to sweat. All right. All right, one more. Oh. I'm struggling today. All right. One set done. I mean, the whole set done. 5. All right, let's finish this off. Finish it off with the squats, guys. One, 62, 63. 63 squats to represent the 63 people a week here in Australia that take their life through mental health and decisions that they don't want to be here anymore. Obviously, one of them was my friend Esther. So I will always talk about Esther. And obviously not for the reasons I want to talk about Esther. I'd rather talk about Esther as my fun-loving friend that was a foodie and that loved to eat really yummy food with me and super spicy. And I would have loved to have gone to, meet up with her on a trip in Malaysia, because that's where she was from. And maybe even climb that big mountain in Malaysia that we talked about doing together.
But unfortunately, she's not here anymore. And so, unfortunately, I get to talk about the positive things and also the negative side of things, that she struggled with her mental health, like a lot of us do. Mental health affects all of us in different ways. Mental health has definitely affected me in the last month. But, I was lucky enough to be proactive, to do little things to help with my mental health, like eating berries, going for a walk, talking to friends, sleeping. Understand that when you do hit that rock bottom, it's very hard to find things that, help your mental health. But hopefully somewhere in this little chat that maybe you might find something that might help your mental health too. Like, finding things that make your heart go boom, boom, boom. One of them for me is obviously going for a walk on the beach, feet in the sand. All right, let's finish off this walk. Oh man, I feel heaps better now after doing that. I don't know if you saw that, but that exerted a bit of energy. So it's nice to be able to get the body to move after that. Move the arms and legs, specifically the arms. Obviously I work the arms a lot. Anyway, I'm continually going to do it, even if it's hard. I still got to do it. You just got to push a bit harder. And hope you don't hurt yourself, right? That's the key. Don't hurt yourself. But there's a difference between hurting yourself and pushing yourself. So that was a good little push. I cannot tell you how nice this feels on your feet. Walking, water, sand between toes. Oh, I tell you. So today I have an exciting adventure. It is a work day, but it's exciting because it's not my adventure, but the client that I work with, this is technically a work day. It is a work day, as in like we should be working together at a shop, but we're going to do that on Saturday instead this week. He's been wanting to go to Thunderbird Park. Thunderbird Park, I don't even know if I got this right, it's the right name of it, but it's in Mount Tamborine, which is about an hour and a half away from where I live. It's up a mountain, and you go there and you pay a fee, and you can do some like fossicking. So my client loves crystals. So I'm kind of making, this is one of his bucket lists, right? He really wants to go here. So, yeah, we're going to go. I'm going to have a crack too. Because I'm like technically working, I get it half price. So I'm going to have a go too and get some the Thunderbird eggs. I don't know what, some kind of crystal egg. I don't know if it's for real or not, if they plant them, I don't know. But I'll tell you about it later. I'll probably try to do some sneaky recording. Not sneaky, but like, I'm there for my client, so technically not going to do any lives or anything like that. But I might take a photo or two. But I'm very excited. I'm excited for him because he's really excited about going. And it's not just always about me. This is the fun part of my job, that sometimes I get to, make, dreams come true, so to speak. Not dreams, but for some of my clients, they will never go to overseas, right? What I do, chasing 80 countries is extreme, right?
not everyone has the funds or the means or the wants. I get that. So I feel very, very lucky that, I get to do this. Obviously I work hard to do it, no one pays for it, I'm not sponsored. But, I'm chipping away at it. At the end of the year when I go to Africa, that Africa trip, to me is like a dream trip. I'm going to see probably get to about another 10 countries that, so maybe by the end of the year, I'll get to about 72 countries. So I'm getting closer to my 80 goal, guys. And that's exciting for me, right? But for other people, a simple thing as, going to a place to go fossicking is like one of their bucket lists, right? So I'm happy to make that happen. Oh, look at this. Oh my God, do you see the love heart, Debbie Sue? No, not Debbie Sue. Is Debbie Sue there? I don't know. But do you see the love heart, guys? That is beautiful. That's not painted either. I don't know how that's happened. But I always look now, you guys know Lavender in the chat, how I've been walking past a rock and kicking it, and it was the shape of a love heart. And ever since that, it's kind of made me think, stop and smell the roses and stop and look for the hearts. It's where you'll find happiness, right? Obviously, I find much happiness while walking on a beach. And I just found a love heart rock that's two-toned. That to me is very special. It might not be special for you guys, but for me that feels amazing. That's like a gift from the universe saying that you're right on track, Dora. And I was just talking about making people's dreams come true. And I was just about to tell you a story, and that's when I found this love heart. So there might be something in that for me, guys. And then something I have been thinking about with my business that I do is trying to help people make their dreams come true. Not just people with disabilities, it could be people of anyone. Because a lot of people, they don't have anyone to travel with, or they're scared to do it by themselves. So I was thinking about kind of like, this sounds really bad, like a hooker, like that serves a purpose, right? It sounds bad, but there are people that need to go to brothels for different reasons. Okay, I know you might think that's really a very bad example, Dora, but, it meets a need. There's a lot of lonely people out there and they have needs, right? Regardless if you believe it or not. But, it is what it is. It's one of the oldest professions in the world. So if you turn it around and think, well, there are people that are really, really lonely in this world, or maybe not lonely, they just don't have anyone to go with. Like when I first wanted to go traveling to Europe, no one would go with me. Everyone wanted to go, but no one had the money, no one had the time, work, blah, blah, blah. So I went by myself. But if I didn't go, I would have been always like, oh, I really want to go, but no one wants to come with me. Then if I found someone like me, a Dora, that will go with them, obviously they're going to pay my expenses, but I'll go with you, I'll take you there. If you wanted to go to the Statue of Liberty, I'll take you there. I mean, this is not for everyone, guys. It's the niche market. So anyway, I was just thinking about that. And then I found that stone. But another really cool thing that I made happen one day for a kid was he loves trains and steam engines. And we were there taking photos of the steam engine. I went up to the people driving and I said, hey, I've got a guy with me. He loves train engines and stuff like that. Can he jump into the engine bit where they drive the trains? And he goes, yeah, sure. Anyway, he jumps in there and he was able to pull the cord. They do the whistle of a steam engine. He was able to pull that, and I got it all on camera and I sent it to him. And it was like, he just got out of there. He goes, oh my dreams have just come true. And I did that. And it was such a beautiful moment. So anyway, there's something in that. I don't know who's listening, but the fact that I even just came up with that in my head when I found that rock, there's something in that. We've got Gary. Hey Gary, how you going? Oh, Enviro, how are you going? Enviro, this is where I live. Last time you saw me when I was in Sydney, this is my backyard basically. This is Redcliffe on a really nice, beautiful day. Southeast Queensland. I live 30 minutes from Brisbane. So this is my backyard, technically. And welcome in Gary, YouTube Police 29. I was on your live the other day. God, yeah, it was an interesting chat. Hey guys. Hey guys, I think let's keep it light. Obviously, I think you guys don't really know each other. So Enviro is a new friend of mine, Gary, YouTube Police, Gary from UK. Enviro's from Victoria. I just met him last week. And Enviro, YouTube Police is my friend Gary. He's got 2 channels. I actually don't know what YouTube Police 29 means, but you know, I'm not going to have a go at him about it. But I'm curious. I'd love to know, Gary, what it means. You are an interesting group, Gary. I was watching going, oh, interesting dynamics there. Do you do that every week? Same time, same place? Okay. Oh, okay. Because in your pictures, actually, your other profile, there is you standing as a police officer. Oh, right. There you go. Okay. Well, thank you for your service. Okay, I think that's where I saw you doing your live, wasn't it? On that channel. Well, guys, shit, I need to go. I need to clean my shoes, clean my feet. It is past. So guys, as I said, I've got a really cool adventure happening today. I'm making someone's adventure come true. We're going fossicking. So that will be fun. So just go clean my feet. Otherwise I end up with sand all through my car, which I just cleaned my car literally. So still end up with sand everywhere. It's all right. It's a good outcome from going to the beach, right, guys? And then you just clean that out because the dogs don't want to drink your sandy feet. All right. So, guys, I'm going to say goodbye. I only do lives on the channel when I'm not working a double. Okay, fair enough. All right, guys. I'm going to love and leave you. Thanks for joining me today for some Wednesday wellness, I called it. Weird. Anyway, catch ya. I'll be here tomorrow morning at the beach as usual. And I cannot wait. See you guys. Bye. Have a good day. Mike's got here.